Что касается вопроса об армяно-азербайджанском регулировании,
As for the issue of Armenian-Azerbaijani settlement, I think we should not shy away from assessing the significance of those trilateral declarations that were signed in 2020 to 2022 by the leaders of three countries: Russia, Armenia, and Azerbaijan. I was just talking about one of them, the very first statement, and it is very sad that such a practical, favorable thing for Armenia, as the opening of a route through Sunnik region, still remains on paper. And with all due respect, I can see that the reason is Yerevan's position. I don't know who is advising Yerevan there. Surely someone is. We have seen how the EU, France, Germany, the United States, as soon as they realized that the Russian-Armenian-Azerbaijani process was working and yielding results in terms of unblocking routes, delimiting the border, and preparing a peace treaty, they immediately started to get involved in these processes without invitation. And in general, I have every reason to say that the West does not want to allow the agreements mediated by Russia between Yerevan and Baku to proceed. One of the examples I have already given is the road through the Sunnik region. It is Armenia that is now experiencing difficulties to realize the opening of the route as it is written in the trilateral statement. It is Armenia that is putting forward new demands to ensure security on the route. They do not want Russian border guards to stand there, although this is explicitly written down and signed by Prime Minister Pashinyan. He doesn't want a neutral party to control the customs and the border only on its own territory, and that goes against what we agreed on. Well, we could also consider delimitation. We've offered our services. Moreover, the parties have signed an agreement that they will set up a delimitation commission, in which the Russian side will participate as a consultant. We are not invited there. Charles Michel has already announced that the European Union will be in charge of the delimitation, although, if I studied geography correctly, neither Armenia nor Azerbaijan have ever been part of any association on the current territory of the European Union, and the EU cannot have any maps. The Russian Federation has maps, and that suits the parties, but it does not suit the European Union. It does not suit the United States, which also wants to delimitate the border from across the ocean. They somehow have. They told us about it, maps of the USSR General Staff, and so they say, come on, you don't need the Russians, we have these maps. It's a little bit, weird. Grown men are just playing a game of who is more important and who can score extra points in the international arena. It is sad that the interests of such Western egoistic aspirations interfere with the realization of the fundamental interests of Armenia, and in this case, of course, of Azerbaijan too.
Ну и в данном случае Азербайджана, конечно.